All right, guys, I just wanted to thank everyone for being a part of the VIP experience tonight. Sorry for that hassle to check in. My apologies.
We love you, George.
Love you too. Without further ado, please put your hands together for Mr. Loughnane.
Yeah!
How you guys doing today?
Hey!
So, what are we doing?
Tell us a joke, Lee.
Yeah. Good luck. I am no Jerry Seinfeld. He could plant his feet and be funny for an hour, 2 hours. How they do that, I don't have the slightest idea. There's techniques though. They practice and practice and practice. They try to do comedy stories. If something fails, they're working on it again. But it has to be done in time, and then it gets to don't cut funny. That's always the key. Okay, so given the pace of today's technology, how should an 8th grade, eighth grader, start to learn about playing an instrument or just getting involved in music? Well, maybe. I think it probably is the same way that it's always been. You would go to a school that, first of all, has a music program, and has a band, and go meet with the band director and see if you, he would probably figure out, by talking to you, what instrument you would want to play, and go from there. And then figure out how to start taking some private lessons so that you can see if you have the passion to do this or not do this, because we all have a passion to do something that when we spend time doing something and the time just sort of goes away, and all of a sudden you feel hungry and realize that you've been doing whatever it is you've been doing for hours and hours. No wonder I'm hungry. Do that for a living. That's something, and if it's music, perfect. If it's art, do that. If it's just reading books, you're a writer, who knows, whatever that thing is, hone in on it. We're going to be here a while.
Yeah.
Probably all the same question, right?
No.
No, it's not. Who is the trombone playing? Who is the trombone playing band accordion? I'm not sure what this even means. Accordion? Jimmy Penko's the trombone player, if that's the question. If you didn't know, did you ask this?
How do you
I'm sorry? You're a plant? An eggplant? I'm a cantaloupe. Let's see, who is the trombone player? That's got to be Jimmy Penko. Okay, that was easy. Don't give me the hard questions. What has been your most surreal moment? This is one of them right now. When you knew you were going to make it. I don't know if we've been so busy working. I mean, all of a sudden, it's 56 years later, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys. And it's been one long tour, as Robert has said many times in interviews. And we started in 1967, just enjoying playing music together. And, you don't realize how special it is to meet guys that have the same interest as you, and they just want to keep doing it over and over and over again. And so many bands have people who, I can't do it. My wife wants me to be home this weekend. I can't play those shows. And we were always there, always rehearsing, always playing the shows, always showing up and being accountable. Yes?
Which song? I was trying to think back. What song? Since the band, took off.
What you mean? What we started playing when
What
we
song?
rehearsed?
What song?
The first song we played was "I'm a Man." I think. Yeah, in Walt's basement. It's 1967. Walt Parazater, for those who don't know who Walt is. He was our saxophone player for years and years and years, decades and decades. And then he had some medical problems and he's no longer able to play with us or go on the road. So I miss Walt, but Ray Herman, who is our saxophone player now, is excellent. Love playing with Ray. And when Walt was with the band, myself, Jimmy, and Walt have been brass section together longer than any other brass section in the history of music.
Yeah.
And now Ray has joined that with me and Jimmy.
Wow.
So,
Another 50 years.
Another 50 years. Right? I mean,
Was, just out of curiosity, you said "I'm a Man." Was that the first 45 that you guys released?
no, it wasn't. Make Me Smile was the first
Oh, Make
hit.
Me Smile. Okay.
We actually, when we released Chicago Transit Authority, AM radio would not play the singles that CBS was releasing. They released Beginnings, I think, and Does Anybody Really Know What Time It Is? And they wouldn't play them because they said we hadn't had a hit. We don't have a hit. Well, how are you going to have a hit if you don't play the record? So, for whatever it is, we were on tour all the time. We were doing over 200, probably 250 shows a year. And so that we were on the road almost like 300 days. We would come home for 2 or 3 days and then go back out on the road for 3 months and play show after show after show. And we played every college across America that first 2 years. And to the point where we were stars in Europe. The first time we went to Europe in 1969, we were big hits. We had no idea what being a star was. We were just going to play shows. And it was like, Chicago, Chicago. We were really big stars already, and we had no idea how to deal with that. But it was fun. You get used to it pretty quickly. Right? And the press was on our side back then. I'm not so sure. It's been back and forth. We've never been press friendly, or maybe they haven't been friendly with us. They pick and choose who they want to talk up and be good to. But they thought we were way ahead of our time. This album was really groundbreaking, and we were really the next big thing. And we came back to America. We had been writing the whole time, and we recorded the second album. And AM radio decided to become interested in Make Me Smile. So just a piece of Ballet for a Girl in the Candy, which is 14 minutes long. So there was no way that they were going to play that. So they wanted Make Me Smile, the beginning of it, and then at the end of the song, the reprise. And they just sort of cut all that music stuff out in the middle, and put it all together in an edit. And that was our first single, our first hit single. Then Columbia Records went back and re-released the beginnings. Does anybody really know what time it is? Question 67, 68, and they became huge hits on the radio. And the same people, I talk about the press, they're good and bad. They said that this underground music that was so far ahead of its time, they decided that we had sold out because now these things were like hit records. We hadn't changed one note. It was the same record. Nothing had changed. So we decided, you know what, we should probably not really listen to these folks too much and just have fun doing what we do. And that's pretty much how we have worked for the rest of the career. You have to take everything with a grain of salt and just enjoy what you're doing. Hit record. we have been very fortunate. It's because of you guys that we have so many hit records. You keep coming to see us, we'll keep coming to see you.
You wrote some amazing music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you ever think the longevity of the horns would last as long as they have? No, I think I've already answered that. I mean, there's no way of understanding that this could possibly last as long as it has. And we're not done yet. You know, there's still there we go. And they say, if you come to see us, we know, without you guys, we'd be watching TV. So see the volume. But yeah, there's no way to figure out to know beforehand that you have a chance to go on as long as we have. 56 years of counting. That's impossible. But we're living in this because of you guys, and we also come out and try to play the shows as though we're doing the songs for the first time.
How many shows? Have you guys counted how many shows you've done?
Since the beginning,
Yeah.
thousands, 10,000. I have no idea really what the number is, but thousands and thousands. And the most amazing thing is we're always asked, and you get tired of playing the songs over and over again. And really, no, I don't. I don't think anybody else in the band does either. Even especially me, Jimmy, and Robert, who have been together since day one. And so that's half of the original 6 members are still with the band. That's really insane. You think that? Wow. Okay. As an original member, over time, what have you found helps most integrating new members into the band? Well, when they come in, we try to have them prepared as to what the show encompasses, and have them ready so that by the time we play with them for the first time, we can just start at the downbeat and play the whole show. And as far as how they play and what they play, we try not to tell them anything. I mean, they've been listening to these songs since they were old enough to play an instrument, and they have an idea of what it sounds like. Once they start playing along with us, they realize that this change, this chord was wrong, I'm doing it now, and oh, that's the chord, oh, okay. So the intricacies of what happens within the song, they are made aware of, but we don't try to tell them what to do. We want them to put their own personalities in it and not be, it has to sound exactly like the record. And as you've heard us play shows, you guys have been to a few shows, I'm sure each one of you, and you know that the songs have changed a little bit through the years, but basically they're what we recorded back in, whatever year we recorded an album. And we just try to keep that going and don't put too much pressure on them. There's enough pressure trying to learn, 2 hours of music. They don't have to learn all 70 hits. Just 25 or so.
I mean, we got time for one more question.
One more question? I've got so many questions. Okay. In the old days, it used to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You still rock and roll. What else now? That's it? More sex and drugs?
That's us. Wine, women, and
That's
salt.
us.
Wine, women, and sex. Same old thing, right? Yeah, things don't change that much. We just, I lived through it. I don't know how, but I did a lot. I did everybody's share here. I did yours. I wouldn't let the party end until the shit was gone. Excuse me. Yes.
How do you stay so young looking?
I have no idea. Yeah. Maybe my ex-wife would have an answer. That guy has never grown up. I'm 20 years old with 60 years experience. So, I guess, yes sir, yes ma'am.
This is my 11th Chicago concert.
Wow. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Have you
You
gone
guys
to
enjoy
more?
the show tonight?
Has he gone to more than
Yeah.
11? Huh?
Happy birthday. Sure.
Sign my shirt.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Really
thank you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You're great.
Thank you.